can't tell what's going on. Okay, there we go. Goodness gracious. Um, Sorry about that, guys. But anyways, now there we go. The microphone was muted. I was talking and nobody was hearing me. Um, as I was saying, it seems like I've been gone longer than what I have been, but that's not the case. Um, there we go. Um, but yeah, hope everybody is doing good. I got a couple of different things I was going to talk about tonight. As always, still raising awareness for bullying because it is a huge problem. It is something that, you know, um, needs to stop. And unfortunately, there's a lot that still needs to be done to stop that. But okay, I had to fix it. I was hearing myself. Let me see who's in here first, and then I'll get into the other topic that I got pulled up in the title about being happy where you are in life. It's actually interesting. I did a speech on that actually, so that's why I'm bringing it back up here because I spoke on that a few weeks ago. So I'm going to speak on it a little bit tonight as well because sometimes people just need to hear that, motivation to, get people to move forward with where they do want to be in life. So if I can speak on that and help somebody feel better about that, then, I want to do that. But welcome everybody. I appreciate all you guys coming in tonight. Izzy, hello and welcome. Mom, good to see you. Really good to see you, Mom. I haven't talked to you for a while. I know we usually used to talk a lot on Twitter, and I just been so busy. And I want you guys to know that I'm not ignoring nobody. The channel's not fading out or, nothing's changing. I just been really, really busy with this semester, just been crazy busy. That's the only reason that I've not been as active as what I want to be. So yeah, that way you guys know that. Donna, hello. Good to see you. I hope you're doing good, Donna. It's good to see you guys coming in. It really is. It means a lot when you guys join and, you support what I do. It really, really does mean a lot to me. I want you guys to know that. Every time I see you guys come in, it means a lot. And a lot of you are normal loungers that always come in and show that support. Mom and Izzy and Donna and King Taco and Rotten Potatoes and, all of you guys, you know, uh, everyone. I mean, I could go all day with the list, but you guys know what I'm saying. Jeff, there, that's another one. Bluewings. There's that normal group of loungers that's always here to support me. And I won't lie, sometimes I'm like, and I've not done it for a while. If you think about it, I've not really gave any speeches lately for a while, any type of motivational things. And I'm like, why did I stop that? Because I know that even though it might only help one person, it's something that I really enjoy doing, and I need to get back into that because I think that when I deliver messages, I think I deliver a message really good. I've been told that, from many people. So it's not something that I'm just like, well, I think that I'm doing okay when I, deliver a speech or when I try to lift somebody up. It's because people's telling me that, and you guys are here supporting me all the time anyways. But anyways, I'm glad you guys are here. I appreciate it. As you notice, the title is a little different tonight too, you guys. It's obviously got to do with raising awareness for bullying because it is such a really, I consider it as an epidemic because it is. It really is. And the people that care are the only ones that can do anything about it. We can only do it. There's a lot of people that just, they say they care, but they're never there, right? They say, oh yeah, that's horrible. but you never see their faces. You never hear about their names or nothing like that, right? So we can't worry about the ones that say they care and they never support. We got to pay attention to the ones that do support, to the ones that do stand up and say we're the ones that's going to make a difference. I was watching a video about 3 or 4 days ago. I should have saved it. It was. I mean, it wasn't no wonderful video. It was sad because it was a little girl that was 11 years old that got bullied so bad she almost killed herself because she stopped eating, right? She got herself down to almost 30 some odd pounds, you guys. 36, 37 pounds, something like that. Because of being bullied. Because people telling her she's ugly and that she's too big and all this stuff. So now, not only does she got to worry about these creeps that want to bully and push people around, she's got to worry about her health now. Because now her immune system's messed up. Her, everything is just messed up. Her life is messed up. All because of two kids that thought it was funny to pick on somebody. It made their day. So that's why I'm here doing this every Sunday. That's why you guys are here to support it. That's why we do what we're doing, is to help raise awareness for people like that are going through hell when they shouldn't be. So again, when you see it happening or of it happening, it doesn't matter if it's on YouTube or if it's at school or if in someone's home or at someone's work. If someone's being bullied, step in and do something about it. Because tomorrow might be too late. Tomorrow might be the day that they decide to take their life. So I want you to think about that. I wish we had magical power, where we could just say no more bullying at all. Every time someone tries to bully, just freeze them like a mannequin, right? Just turn them into a mannequin and freeze them. I wish we had that, but we don't, right? So we got to do what we're doing now. And I hope y'all don't mind. I'm feeding my face. I'm eating some cookies and cream ice cream. It is so delicious. All right. Let me go to the chat. See what you guys are up to here. La da da da. Yeah, it really is sad, you guys. It really is. Izzy and Mom, and it's horrible. It really is. Donna, I'm glad that you are enjoying yourself here. I really appreciate you being over here, hanging out with us, sharing your love and support and kindness. It means a lot to me. And that goes to all of you, to every one of you. Okay. Every one of you. Yeah, it was a really sad video, and I didn't save it. Maybe I should. You guys might be able to find it. Maybe you can do a search. But it was, if not, I'll try to see if I can backtrack and get my hands on it. All right. And then I'll put it up as a video, and I'll share it and speak on it maybe. What I wish is that, and it's probably going to be in January when I do this. And I'm going to tell you guys this. This is what I'm going to do in January. I'm going to invest in advertisements to get our channel out there more. The reason I'm going to do that is not just for the channel, but mainly for the raising awareness for bullying. I want people to know that we're here. And because of YouTube's algorithm, if I can't keep up with their rules of how it's done, we're never going to get in that right click to where we're going to pop up enough for people to notice us or see us. So I've got to step up a notch and say, hey, invest. I'm going to have to invest to do better for us. So I'm going to do that. Whether I get a donation with help or not, I'm going to do it in January. Um, I'm going to take it out of my own personal funds, and I'm going to invest it into advertising to get the channel out there more. So I don't know much about how that works, but when I go to do it, I'll have someone help me, maybe someone that does know more about how the ads work. Because I'm going to divide it up. I'm going to put some of it over on Facebook and some of it on Google with the ads. So Google ads and Facebook ads. And I'm also going to be doing ads through Spreaker. That's another thing that I want you guys to make sure. All of you guys got a phone, right? Like, I'm sure of it. Everybody's got a phone. You need to download, because I'm going to start using it a lot, doing podcasts and stuff and pushing them through to the channel. That way I'm not advertising, but that way I'm doing my podcast. Plus I'm doing a consistent vlog for the channel. If you've got a phone, Android or iPhone, download Spreaker. Okay. I'm going to spell it for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to put in the website for you. I want you guys to download it. And then when you see my next podcast come through, if you're not following me, follow me. Okay. When you click on that link after you download the app, it will open up the podcast in that app, and then you can follow. And when you do, you're going to know when I go live. You're going to know when the podcast comes through, because I'm going to start doing a lot with the Spreaker as well. I can use Spreaker and be active on Spreaker and YouTube all at the same time. So that's how I'm going to do that, I think. Let me put the website in here for you. Let's see. As I do my slowly, typing. But I'm really glad you guys are here. It really does mean a lot to me. It really does. Outside of YouTube, it's been crazy. Well, school has been good. Okay, hopefully that will be the website. You guys go to that website right there. You're going to see where you can get that app. You can download the app. If you don't want to go to that website, you can at least go to your app store on your iPhone or your Android phone and just put in Spreaker and download it. I promise you it's going to be worth it. Some of you are already following me on Spreaker. But it's going to be worth it, because I'm going to be doing a lot through that. And the more support that I can get from you guys through Spreaker, honestly, the better, because it's going to not just help me on Spreaker, but it's going to help on everything else, on YouTube, on Spreaker, on iHeartRadio, because we're also on iHeartRadio. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. I've got the podcast called Loungers, and well, I think it's actually Lounging with John. I don't know, title's kind of messed up, but anyways, we're on iHeartRadio. We're also on well, if I say her name, she's going to say something. But we're also on Alexa. How are you doing? She didn't hear me. Hey, Alexa, how are you doing?
Like a kraken out of its cage. I'm feeling wild and free.
What did that just say? I didn't catch that. Did you guys catch that? I didn't understand that. Let me do that again. I didn't quite get that. Alexa, how are you doing?
I just worked out the ending to my latest story. That always feels nice.
That's lovely. She's being a smartass. I like that. Alexa, thank you for being a smartass.
I'm not sure.
I know you're not. Shut up. Anyways. So yeah, we're all over the place. iTunes, iHeartRadio. My goodness. I had a brain fart. Anyways, download it if you don't have it and follow us on Spreaker. Okay. You're going to see a podcast come out later tonight. It's going to be touching, it's going to be about the title you're seeing right there as well. About actually, that's already came out. Never mind. Being happy where you are in life right now. And that's what I'm going to talk about here in a minute. Before I do, though, I need a bite of my ice cream. It's melting. I'm melting. I'm melting. Anyways. Mm. It is so good, you guys. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Let me get the chat here. We got a 0 something in. Welcome. Thank you for coming. King Taco, Bluewings. Yeah, I understand, Bluewings. That's fine. Hopefully your headache goes away. Yeah, and listen, I seen someone say something about someone being bullied at school. I understand. You know, we all understand what it is to be bullied, but everybody's situation is different. And I know some people's going to say, no, you know, everybody can't do that. But listen, the only way bullying is going to stop if somebody's bullying you is for you to listen to the positive messages that are delivered to you, not just from me, but other people in your life, and do something about it. Talk to a principal, talk to a teacher. Look, you're not going to be the dork of the year if you tell on somebody. And if this bully is so badly where they're going to bully you outside of school, then you get with your parents or whoever it is that takes care of you and you get the law involved. Okay. The thing that's got to happen is the bully's got to realize who's in control. And while nothing's being done about it, while kids are either scared to say something or they're afraid that they're going to be made fun of, while all that's going on, the bully is also seeing the message that they're in control. When you can be in full control, you can take full control of your life from being bullied, but you got to do something about it. And I know some people's going to say, well, John, it's not that easy. You don't understand. I do understand. I've been bullied, so I do understand. I've been made fun of my whole life for being visually impaired. I do understand. I also understand that you got to look at what's more important. You worrying about the kids making fun of you because you told on them? Or you going through the rest of your teenager life being scared and feeling weak and feeling like you're nobody when that's not the case, because you are somebody. You're a beautiful person that's got to stand up and show the bully that they're no longer in control, that you're going to do something about it. I'm not telling you to step out and swing knuckles. All right. Now, maybe when I was younger, I kind of did that. Okay. I did fight back and it did work. That's what worked for me. Okay. But today, fighting is not the answer. It wasn't the answer when I did it, but at that time, that's all I had. The life that I lived, it was just me, myself, and me. You know that saying, me, myself, and me, myself, and I. That's what my life was then. So that's the only support I had. I had to fight back, right? But you don't got to fight back physically. But just imagine if you take control of the situation. Imagine of the power that you will have once you do take control. Imagine how many people is going to look at you and say, wow, that person's attitude's completely changed. Look how bright and uplifting they are now. Look at them actually speaking up to these people. My gosh, look at their grades. Their grades are going up. You can make a difference, but you got to do something about it. You got to do something about it. And if you're too scared to do it alone, you don't got to do it alone. You don't got to do it alone. Bottom line is this: when you are at school, when you are on the school grounds, that school, they are responsible for your safety, your education, your health, your life. They are responsible. Don't let them get away with it so easily of them not knowing what's going on at school. You let them know what's going on and you make them do something about it. You let them know, hey, you guys need to help me because I'm being bullied, I'm being beat up, or I'm being made fun of. I can't take it no more. Help me, or I'm going to go and talk to the media, or I'm going to tell my parents to talk to the media, or I'm going to write a letter to the media or to the radio station. Schools don't want that. They don't want that attention. They don't want that kind of attention. Believe it or not, even as you're sitting there, and if you're scared, you can change it. You can change it instantly. Instantly, you can make a difference on how that works out. Don't let them run you. Don't let them beat you up. Don't let them call you names. And if it's just name calling, don't let that bring you down. They're just being idiots, right? When they call you a name, you know, when someone calls me a name, I just look up and say, hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Right? And I'll tell you something else. Sometimes when you do stop that bullying, they'll try to be your friend. And then you throw them that silent treatment because no one has time for a bully. Now, I understand there are bullies out there that need help, but until they get the help and until they're responsible and mature and not being a bully, we got no time for them. We got no time for them. So if you're being bullied, do something about it. Don't wait. Don't wait around. Be an example. Set an example of what you can do to stop a bully. And think about it. You might have 10 or 20 other people that follow you on how to handle something next time. They might say, you know what, that guy right there or that girl right there changed my life. They showed me what it took to stop the bullying. Imagine the difference you can make in your life by fighting back and showing the world that you can do this, right? So what do you think about that? All right, let me get back to chat here. That's good. That is good to hear. I'm glad that you reported them. And listen, if they don't stop, don't you stop, okay? If they continue to pick on you, you continue letting the authorities know what's going on. And if the school continues to not do anything about it, you know, you can go above them. you can go above them. You let that principal know that, look, if something doesn't get done about this, if you guys don't step in and do something about this, I'm going above you. I guarantee you, you tell a principal or your school that you're going to go above them, especially if you throw the media in their face and tell them you're going to contact the media, they'll get all shaky on you. You'll think they got some sort of bad withdrawal from not getting enough, something. I don't know, but they don't like it. They don't like it. It scares them. It scares them. They don't want nobody to know that they're not handling a situation like that. Right? So you're doing the right thing. You were doing the right thing by telling the people there at school. And I don't know if you've discussed this with your parents or whoever, but you can also, or a best friend, whoever, but don't fight this alone. Don't fight it alone. You're taking the right steps. Keep doing what you do. You got this. You don't need to be a victim no more. You need to be a leader and show people that you're not going to put up with it anymore. And I believe that you can be a leader. I really do. I believe that so heartedly. So be a leader and show people you're not going to put up with it anymore. Evil Abe, how's it going, buddy? Well, I hope that whatever comes out of that, I hope that it gets taken care of. Just don't stop contacting people. You stay on that and it will get dealt with. And especially when the bully sees you're not going to listen to them anymore, if they're calling you names and that you're ignoring them and you're not scared of them, then you've just ruined their whole game. You've messed up their whole game. Because if they can't make fun of you and if it's not bothering you, they don't feel that they don't feel no control. They don't feel like they're more powerful than you. So they're going to stop. Unfortunately, they might try to move to somebody else, but it's going to be up to that person to do the same thing. But if that person sees what you did to handle them from doing it, guess what? You're going to be a leader to that person. That person's going to look up to you. They're going to say, you know what? This person here did it. And they're going to follow in your footsteps. And they're going to thank you later on down the road. Because that's how leadership works. It's how believing in each other works. So I wish you the best of luck on all that. Yeah, and the nice thing about, well, it's not nice, but that it's on the bus, but all the buses now have cameras. So now they can go back. If you've let them know what happened, they can go back and they can look at that. This ice cream is so good, guys. So hang in there with it. And if you don't mind, keep us updated on how that's working out. And I'm being serious. If for some reason, Zero, if nothing's being done, go above them. Okay? But don't you give up, and you keep us updated on how things are going. And if there's anything we can do to help, just know that we're here waiting. All right. We are here to help anyone that's going through that. That's why we do this on Sunday nights. That's why we do it, is to raise awareness and help others that are going through it. And the most I can do right now is I can talk about it and speak about it and all that. But there's only so much we can do. But if someone comes to us, then we can do more. So, and tell your friends about us. Um, it's just all about helping each other, and just know that we're here for you. If there's anything we can do, you can let us know, and we'll do our best. If there's if you need some resources or information, we'll do our best to get it to you. And I'll tell you right now, not for a split second would I be scared or would I hesitate to contact the school and let them know they got a problem. I've done called a couple schools for people already. In general, I've called, and both phone calls, they didn't want to talk about it. Right? They don't want to talk about it because it makes them look ridiculous. But I'm like, why do they need to worry about looking ridiculous? They already look ridiculous because they're letting it happen. Oh, God forbid. No, we can't talk to you because that's going to make us look ridiculous. Well, guess what, school? You don't look ridiculous because you're letting your students get beat up. You're letting your students be made fun of. You're letting this happen because, oh, well, all we can do is suspend the bully. No, there's a whole lot more you can do. Find out what's going on with that bully. Maybe help that bully. Maybe that bully needs help too. Right? So hang in there. And if you need us, we're here. And now I'm going to get me another bite of this wonderful ice cream. I tell you guys, it's really, cookies and cream is my favorite, by the way. So the other title that I had up there, about being happy where you're at, I've actually got a whole program that I'm working on putting together. And those that, are trying to make changes in their life and all that, they're going to be signing up to it. Obviously it's free. It doesn't cost anything around like that, but it's a program where it's basically, I'll be speaking like I always do on YouTube, obviously, and to help hopefully motivate people and help give people hope in what they're doing in their life to help them move forward. But anyways, it's to help people that want to change their life, and they go through steps to do that. Because I talk about the different situations and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna get off track here. I'm good at doing that. Like the title said, are you happy where you are in your life? And about, I don't know, a long time ago, I was not. And it was funny because I was always blaming everybody around me, right? Can anybody relate to that? Like, everything's just going the wrong way, and you just start blaming all these different reasons around you of why your life's so horrible and why it's this way and why this happened and why that. I'm a prime example of someone that did that. I did that. I blamed the world for my own problems, and that's not the way it is. Because all them problems went away once I stopped and looked back at what the way I was living and what I needed to do, and all that changed, right? So I guess the message tonight on that little topic. I'm not going to go into the whole speech because I don't think, you know, I don't know. There might be people that listen that might feel like, they're not happy with where they are, but what I can tell you is that it only takes you to recognize, one, that you're not happy about it, and two, to take action to change it. You got to set goals to change your life. There's no way around that. No way around it. But if you're not happy with your life, you got to do something about it and not blame other people or God or whatever your beliefs might be. Because in reality, it's our fault. If it'd be like if I didn't have, which I do, but let's just say if I wasn't in college and didn't have a diploma and all that, I wouldn't be able to sit here and blame everybody else. Well, I don't have it. That's their fault, or that's her fault, or that's his fault. It'd been my fault for not doing something about it. But a long time ago, I stopped and I done something about it. I actually wrote down the things I needed to do to finish up getting my diploma. And then when I did that, I wrote down the goals that I needed to do to be able to even get started with college, right? And I still, as of today, I will write down steps on what I got to do to get something that I want. And it works. But everybody has their own system. But the main point here is if you're not happy with your life, the answer lies in you. You can change that. And I believe that in everybody. If Bluewings or Abe or whoever came to me today and said, man, I'm just not happy with my life, I honestly believe that they could change it. Abe could tell me, I'd really like to be a radio DJ, right? I believe he could do that. He might have to do some things to make it happen, or Bluewings might want to be, do something with her life. I believe that. Isabel might want to do something with her life. I believe that. I believe that everybody has the power to change it. So don't never give up on the things you want in life, people, because time goes by so damn fast. And I'm glad that I took action when I did, because I might have ended up being 50 instead of 40 in college. Time goes by so fast, doesn't it? It's like yesterday. I remember being a little kid and, playing outside and riding the bicycles, and now look where we're at. It's amazing how fast it goes by. It really is. Yeah, you're right. Abe says, kids skipping school. They do it not to be bad, but to keep from being bullied. You're right. They do. And the only way that's ever going to change is by them actually doing something about it, or by the parents doing something about it. See, I think that's part of the problem, is that there's this system of beliefs behind bullying and how to handle it. And people just automatically do what that system says. If you're being bullied, get homeschooling. If you're being bullied, suspend the bully, right? They automatically use this system that's broken. It is a broken system that doesn't work. I don't know if everybody agree with me on that or not, but if you think about it, does that system work? Is it working now? No. They can suspend the bully, but when the bully gets back, what's the bully going to be doing? bullying all over again. They can make a student stop going to school and do homeschooling instead. That doesn't change anything. That bully's still there to bully somebody else. Because now that student's not there, they're going to move on to the next person. The bully system is broken and they need to go back to the board and change it. That's the only way it's ever going to change. Otherwise, we're going to be here 20 years from now and it's going to be no different. I guarantee it. I do. I guarantee that with certainty. 100%. Yeah, I know. Bluewings' daughter is a homeschooler, and it's not their fault, but it's because Bluewings. I'm going to use you as an example, and maybe if I'm wrong, then by all means step up and say something. But she had to homeschool her daughter, right? Because that was the only option. She didn't want her daughter not to have an education, right? She wanted her daughter to still have her education, but she also wanted her daughter to stop being bullied. Now, why is it that the victim is the one that's got to be punished? Why is the victim the one with their hands tied up behind their back? Shouldn't the bully be at home doing homeschooling until he or she can get their priorities straight? Again, it's a broken system. But what I'm glad that Bluewings' daughter is no longer being bullied. That's the good part about any of it. But unfortunately, it's like a punishment and a treatment, right? I'll do homeschooling to fix it, but do homeschooling and it's like being punished. Should be the other way around. Put that bully in homeschooling. Oh, what is it? 3 or 4 kids. Put them in homeschooling. Yep, you're right, Abe. And it's one of the things that's so important for even education is just the socializing experience. And now kids got to do homeschooling. That's being taken away from them. But again, I'm happy because now her daughter is no longer being bullied. But at the same time, I feel bad for her because there's so many things that a child misses out on because of being homeschooled. They don't get to do the educational field trips. They don't get to do the school events. They don't get to have that interaction with other friends and it sucks. But it's the safer way. I will admit that. At least they're no longer being bullied. But again, I'll always think that the bully system is broke the way they do it until they change it and they can prove to us otherwise. How's your daughter doing, Blue Wings? Just looking at chat here, guys. Sorry. Oh, you can play sports, you ding dong. That is a good idea, Mom. I like that. I like that. I really do. Like Abe said, that is a great idea. I like that. Listen, if you are, you know, if someone ever listens to this or watches this, whatever you want to call it, and you are homeschooled, get involved with groups. Um, just like Mom said, uh, get involved in social groups and even sports. There's all kinds of programs out there. Uh, they're there, and there's all kinds of groups out there. The thing that you need to remember, if you are the victim of being bullied, you need to remember that there's a whole lot of people that's going through the same thing as you, which means there's a lot of groups out there where people are only looking for friendships, for connections, for understanding. So join that, be a part of that, because then you're a part of a group that's fighting back at the world for being bullied, right? I like that, Mom. That is a good point. Thank you for putting that out there. When I was being bullied, it was different in ways because it was so long ago, you know. Um, but then they didn't have all these support groups and stuff like that. I pretty much had two options back then, you guys. Two options. Number one, I could just do nothing about it and continue to get pushed around, people trying to trip me going down the hallway, right? Or number two, I could fight back and get suspended. And that's what happened. I fought back. I fought back once, and luckily for me, it stopped the bullying in school at least. But you better believe that it wasn't over, because even after school, when I decided back then when I didn't want to go to school anymore, when I wasn't accepting the fact that I was blind and I needed to deal with it and get over it, I dealt with a lot of being pushed around out on the streets. But it quickly brought me to becoming street smart. And I think everybody knows what that means. It taught me how to survive on my own at a very young age. Because back then I didn't have family to support me. I was on the streets at the age of 15, right? So I know what it's like. I really do. And some might not have it as bad as I did, being bullied in school is bad. It is. But being bullied out on the streets even worse. Because sometimes you get woke up because you got to find wherever you can to sleep at night, right? You find a cubby hole where it's warm, that I did many a times, right? And you get woke up, people wanting to pick on you. You had to fight back. But anyways, I could tell you guys all kinds of stories about things like that went on. So if you would like me to share some of them stories, let me know, and maybe I'll do some videos talking about my street life. It's pretty interesting. You guys might find that interesting. I don't know. But either way, nobody deserves to be bullied, and you don't got to put up with it. That's the moral of the story on that. But yeah, so back then, like I said, two choices: fight back or do nothing and continue to be bullied. Today, you've got a few more options. Take advantage of that. If there's options there for you, take them. Take them. But don't sit down for no punk. And yeah, girls can be bullies too. They can be punks. Look at that Abe. Look at that Abe. I mean, Abe is a punk. No, I'm just kidding, Abe. Just kidding, homie. You know you're my dude, man. You know I love you, bro. Oh man. You know I love you, homie. Silent, what is up, Silent? Thank you for coming over and showing your support. I appreciate it. I really do. I've been working hard to tell people, new people, like I'm trying to find groups and stuff that I can go to, and I'm trying to get more people over here, and it's been a challenge, but I don't know. One of these years we'll reach 1,000. Maybe another year we might be at 1,000. No, I'm going to take care of that. Like I said, in January, if I got to invest, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just waiting on the funding to be available for me. Mike Brown, thank you for coming over and joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really do. Um, but I think what I'm going to do, and really it's up to you guys if you would find this to be interesting or not. I thought about once a week doing a story about me living, on the streets and using my street smarts and stuff like that. Um, I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but I'll tell you one thing that's scary. Back then it was scary is when you're given no other options but to survive and you're on the streets. The scariest part of all of it is nighttime, right? Well, for me, that was 24/7 because when you can't see, and I can see a little bit, and I'm glad for that, but it's not nothing to depend on. Well, not being able to see made it nighttime for me 24/7. So I either had to survive and not get bullied and pushed around and picked on, or I might not even be here today. So maybe once a week I'll share some stories. What do you guys think? You think that'd be something interesting to people? You think maybe it would give people some sort of motivation to not be bullied, not be picked on, I don't know. It's just a thought. But it's a scary thing. Learning to be street smart blind. I'll tell you what, it's not a fun experience. But I didn't have a choice. No, not buying subscribers, Bluewings. I'm talking about advertising. Ding dong. I don't buy subs. If you was talking to me, no. I'm talking about in January I'm gonna use Google Ads and Facebook to advertise the raising awareness for bullying. No, I don't buy subs. I know that's a no-no. um Actually, a really big YouTuber, I watched one of his videos and he was showing how that's how he does things. What do you guys think about that? PewDiePie. Did you know he uses Google Ads? Yeah. I mean, in order for a channel to grow, you want to have good content and all that, but sometimes you have to invest. You have to. You know, they're just the way it is. So, anyways, long story short, PewDiePie, you know, he's done some Google ads. He's done, you know, stuff like that. You know, different websites, letting people know who he was, stuff like that. Yeah. I never knew that until I watched that video that he did one night. I think it was titled something like 1,000 subscribers in 3 days or something like that. And he did it. I mean, it worked, but you got to have the mucho grande, you know, the money to make that happen. So we'll do that in January. But yeah, maybe I'll start doing some stories on the street smart thing. You guys might find that interesting. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just looking at the chat here, guys. Silent but violent. Yeah, and you know it's silent that you say that. When look, I spent many times on the street. And I'm not saying wow, I'm a hero cuz I was blind and I did it. But until someone actually lives that life or goes through that kind of experience, they'll never be able to fully understand. They'll never be able to fully understand what it is that you go through. You know, I remember not having anything to eat, like you said. I remember that. I remember when someone just offering a peanut butter sandwich, man. I thought it was like having a steak dinner, you know? I ate a lot of peanut butter sandwiches, I'll tell you that, and crackers, you know? But you'll do what you got to do to survive. I remember, you know, people sit back and they'll say, "Oh man, there's a homeless person hanging out at the restaurant begging for food." I never did exactly beg for food, but I went to restaurants before looking for work. Look, they do that because they want some food. They're hungry. And when you're hungry, you'll do what you got to do to survive. So, yeah, I know what you mean there, silent killer. Um, I'm really just so you guys know, I'm really happy to see the new faces coming in here. Um, you know, that's just showing me that people are talking about the lounge, letting people know about us. And it really does mean a lot to me. I know that sometimes my conversations might be a little bit boring or whatever, but I do my best. And, you know, if there's ever anything you guys would like me to talk about, anything that I experienced in my life, or maybe you're curious about, you know, how did I do this or how did I do that? Or, you know, how did I live? Or, you know, whatever it might be, just know that I'm okay with my disability. So if someone wants to ask a question about it, I will not be offended by you asking. And I know, you know, there's a lot of people that have enough respect where they don't say anything because they're afraid that, well, maybe, you know, it will offend this person or that person. But just so you guys know, it doesn't offend me. You know, I've been blind for all my life. It's something that I've learned to accept for quite a while now. Maybe the first part of my life I didn't, but it taught me some really valuable lessons. So, yeah. So I appreciate the new faces. I do. I appreciate it. it's for some reason this reminded me of what I was having a conversation with my friend the other night, and we was talking about people that have disabilities and stuff, right? And talking about the organization that I'm putting together at the college. And like me and him said, you have some people that, not all blind people. So if someone's visually impaired, I'm not saying you are guilty for doing this, but there are some blind people that blame the world, that hate the world for where they are. And I said, you know what? It's not the sighted community's fault that we was put on this earth blind. It's not our fault, but it's not their fault. So we have to be understanding about that. We have to understand how the sighted look at things, you know? So that's why I always try to be understandable when someone sighted asks me a question. I don't get offended about it because they don't know. You guys don't know. The only way you're going to know is by asking. So there you go. But yeah, thank you guys for coming over and hanging out and being a part of the lounge. It means a lot to me. I think we're at about 870 or so on for the number of loungers that we have. So we're slowly going up, and I appreciate you guys for doing that. I really do. If you guys know anybody that goes through being bullied, let them know about the channel. Send them over. We're here just to raise the awareness and help people feel better about who they are, and try to give a little bit of advice every now and then to try to lift people up. I've done a lot of podcasts that I push through the channel as well, doing motivational speeches and stuff like that. And of course, I went through public speaking at college, so you're going to be seeing a lot more of my stuff coming through, doing that, continuing to do that, rather. Because the way I see it, I don't know if it helps somebody or not, but I go to bed at night and at least I know, you know what, I've got that podcast up there on YouTube, and if someone's going through that situation and they listen to that, then maybe I can save somebody's life, or maybe I can help somebody feel better about who they are. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, see, I got some new, we got some new people in here tonight. If you guys can, go give them some love. If they've got a channel and they're doing videos, I just want to take the time to ask you guys to click on their name, give them a subscribe, check them out, give them some likes, just give them some love. And for those that did join us, I want to thank you for that. And I will do my best to make sure I subscribe to everybody that subscribes to us. Bluewings, I gotta send you some information a little bit. I had to make some updates on the account, so there might be. Well, yeah, I'll send you the information in a little bit. Nothing bad. I just had to do some updates, so I need to send you the new information. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Those of you that ever want to have a conversation with me, if you're new here, you can follow me on Twitter, Lounge with John. If you are going to follow me, please let me know that you're going to follow me and give me your Twitter name so I can follow you back. That way, if I miss it, I'm able to add you and I'll know you're following me, and I can, we can have a conversation. Because I do use voiceover. So sometimes I miss notifications because if you don't know what voiceover is, I'll show you right now what it is. You can hear my phone talking. So that's what voiceover does. It tells me what's on the phone. Right.
10:09 p.m. Evil Abe 2. Peace and love to all. 4 periods. Have a great night.
See, Evil Abe 2. Peace and love to all. Have a good night. Abe, have a good night, brother. Thank you for coming over and joining us. I appreciate it. I hope that you guys can share the channel for me. Help share the love, spread the love. You know, I'll do the same for you. When I'm not so busy, I'm going to go back to my once a week. I do 3 videos of YouTubers where I do shout outs. So basically what I'll do is I'll find you on YouTube, I'll play a part of your video, and I'll put it on a list. And I do 3 videos in a vlog to give you a shout out. So you never know, you might be that next shout out that I do, that next video. I've not done it for a little bit just because I've been busy with college, but I'm going to get back to doing it. I've not forgot about it. So you might be that next person. All right. Guys, I appreciate you. And again, if you like the idea of me doing a video once a week about growing up on the street blind, I'd be glad to share stories about that. I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but I'll come up with something. Anytime you guys got ideas, I'm always up to hear them. I want to do better for us, guys, to do better for the channel, to do better for being able to make it grow and you know, get bigger. And the only way I can do that is by you guys giving me advice. And if you've got some constructive criticism, well, then I need to get the hell over it, suck it up and take it. Because I want to do better. I don't want to be a channel where, you know, my shit sucks. I want to do good for you guys. It does matter. So you guys have a great night. I love every single one of you. I appreciate the time that you take to come over and show your support. I really do. It means the world to me. Again, before you leave, please listen. Download Spreaker. That's SPREAKER.com. Download Spreaker and follow me on Spreaker. As soon as you see a podcast come through the lounge, or be one coming through later tonight, when you see it, click the link, follow it. The more support I can get there, it helps right here too. It's helping here and it's helping on my podcast platform. So please follow me on there, because starting in January, I'm going to be doing live streams from that podcast platform. And there's going to be some really good handouts through them live streams that I do. So you don't want to miss it. I promise you. If you do, you're going to be smacking yourself in the head saying, why did I not listen to him? So follow us on Spreaker. Remember, we've got the new audio drama series that's going through Spreaker as well. You're going to love that. If you've not met Old Man Roger, you're in for a treat. Bluewings, and to every other mod that we have out there, thank you guys for doing your job. Thank you for putting so much care into the lounge. Most of all, thank you for being a lounger, because I love every single one of you. I love you guys with all my heart. You guys are my life. You are my world. And we're going to continue to grow, to do better, not just for ourselves, but to help others too. You guys have a good night. And I'll see you guys later on.